Hey, this is Jeff with Big Campaign Stories. We've got a big episode ahead, so let's jump right into the recap. Mav.
Yeah, so I got a lightsaber. And that's really the only important part of that whole session. You guys can just. We ran into we were in the park. There was the three guys. Oh, the names are probably up there.
Max.
Yeah, Belanca, Max, and a Colic. Yeah, performing some sort of ritual where supposedly they thought they could control the undead that were now spawning up out of the ground.
I believe they were trying to implant memories from the dead into Attain.
That's correct.
And the oozy ground stuff was unrelated. Their shenanigans. Was this the handoff? Was I supposed to keep on talking?
No, you're good. You're good. No, and then we decided to beat them up because they wouldn't go back into their car, leave us alone. And so we beat them up, and then we told them the truth about who we really were, and they're like, "Why did you just tell us that from the beginning? We would have listened to you." So now we're currently fighting undead monsters in a van, trying to get our car out of the mud. The snow, yeah.
Yeah, in an RV, not a fan.
Oh,
and
yeah,
you guys have the borrowed car from the Moonrats, not your van.
Just clarify what's geographically where.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Van is a shot up and all the way back in the lot.
Correct.
And the sports car, it's a convertible, right? Is
Mm-hmm.
further down the road a little bit.
Like a Cadillac convertible.
Yeah. And it's currently surrounded by undead ooze monsters, looks
I'm
like.
currently in it.
Yeah, but Forrest is currently in it, and Oswald is swinging around outside of it, trying to distract the monsters. We have a giant undead owlbear outside of our stolen RV.
Not stolen, it's repossessed.
Yep. In technicalities,
Legally distinct and important.
with two of the previous owners locked up. The third one, Belanca, we gave a gun and had him try to help us, so we'll see how that turns out.
Yeah, welcome back to Big Campaign Stories. Now that we have that recap, let's get lightsaber checks, starting with Sean.
Sean, I'm playing 4s, and I rolled a 3. Mav.
All right, I'm Mav. I'm playing Dosh, and I'm going to roll another lightsaber like last week.
Holy
Close!
shit.
No, I rolled an 8.
I thought you did it for a second.
Oswald.
Hi, I'm Jesse. I'm playing Oswald, and I rolled a 19. So close. John.
This is John playing as Lucius, and I got a 14. Jeff, go.
Hi, I'm Jeff, your dungeon master, and I got a 20.
Oh,
John, why would you do this to us?
He's not even supposed to get these.
Let him have that. Rolling the golden dice.
The second dice was an 18. You're all safe for now.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Lord.
That being said, Fours attempting to drive the Moonrats convertible, currently sputtering out a little bit with the trees closing in. The creatures, though distracted by Oswald, is having a bit of a hard time. Behind, the RV containing the rest of our heroes and their captives is trying to push forward, barreling down some of the smaller creatures as the larger necrotic construct, shaped somewhat like an owlbear, is still slashing at the vehicle. Far ahead, though, you do see the headlights standing on top of the car, wearing the browns and grays of the s01e Ranger Service. You see Park Ranger Sand standing on the hood of his vehicle. In one hand, a Basque Force pistol, firing lasers towards the monsters. In the other hand, a Corlane Gladys, a sharp and wide blade made for offense as well as defense. As we were, Fours, what are you doing now?
Think I'm trying to stop blocking the road here. So I guess I'm just trying to push past as many of these Uzmans as I can.
Yeah, go ahead and give me that drive check. While you're doing so, Oswald.
Since there's one on top of the vehicle that is trying to...
Oh my God.
Would you all say it out loud?
I rolled a 1. I rolled a literal 1.
It gets 3 feet deeper into the snow.
So since I need to buy 4s more time, I think my plan was to try and continue to distract the 5 that are not on top of the vehicle that he's in, and then attack the 6th.
Oswald, outside of the current commotion, you can hear Ranger Sands yelling for you guys to get out of the circle, to get away from the monsters, to follow this direction with his headlights beaming towards you all.
I'll shout at him. We're trying.
Very well. So a barrage of attacks will come towards you.
Mm.
The 5 of them will slash harmlessly as you pass between them, keeping them focused on you and not on 4s. Go ahead and make your attack against the one on the roof of the vehicle.
This is not a subdual attack, which is not usual for me. So I don't think these things are alive. I think they're ooze monsters. So I got an 18 to hit on the ooze monster on top of the car.
An 18 will slash across its thick, pasty exterior as the ooze will fill in the crack after you are done.
Well, shit.
At this point, with 4s having a bit of trouble trying to get this out, you can see that there's part of that necrotic ooze is attaching to the bottom carriage of the vehicle and trying to pull it down towards the ground. Josh?
So how bad in the position does the RV look like it's in?
It's definitely scraped up, claws down the side, broken window. Blanca is firing when creatures get too close. It definitely looks drivable.
Are we currently moving, or are we stopped?
We should be currently moving away from the owlbear, like forward, right?
On Lucius's turn, he will get an option of whether he wants to try to push past 4s and get the RV out of this area, or stop behind him and use this opportunity, try to squish some monsters and give 4s a push.
I'm going to jump out, but I'm going to stay with the car temporarily because I don't trust Blanca.
In the back seat, Blanca yells out that he has 4 shots left. Lucius, you passed your check last time, so the creature is having to move to keep up with you. I give you this option now. You passed the drive check well enough. You can either push past 4s, if you'd like to make another drive check, kind of shoving the vehicle out of the way to get outside of kind of where these things are kind of congregating and swarming as they're all kind of bottlenecking towards the section where that broken stone is. Or you can use this opportunity if you'd like to use the RV to try to pin or stop some of the monsters that are attacking 4s to give him a better chance of getting out.
And that's the option I want to go for. I'm going to try to give him a little bit of a bump out of his rut, right?
I'd appreciate it.
Let's try this. And I'll warn you, get ready for us. I'm going to give you a little bit of a push.
Brace myself.
Right. I got a total of 12 on my right check. So good luck, everybody.
With a 12, you're able to aid 4's next check, but you will still be in range of the owlbear.
Because you didn't save yourself.
Once we're close enough where he can like ram the car, I'm gonna try to jump on the roof of the car that Forrest is driving and try to smash the oozes that are trying to get inside.
Perfect. The 5 of them are distracted by Oswald, so you go and give me that attack roll.
24.
That will hit.
This half of this is electric and half of this is bludgeoning.
Woogie, woogie, woogie.
With 10.
Yeah, the creature does react violently to the electricity as it turns to face towards you, Dash. 4s, with the sudden impact of the RV behind you, kind of helping break free of the tendrils of necrotic ooze that are attaching to the vehicle. Go ahead and give me another drive check.
I can't possibly roll another 1. Got a 20. So with John's aid, that's 22.
Excellent. With Oswald's distraction, the monster no longer trying to get to you as it is trying to get to Dosh. 4s, you're able to get the vehicle out onto the road next to Ranger Sand's vehicle.
My face is going to blur into sort of generic Corleone face. And I'm gonna try and keep the car level as I drive, so that it'd give Dosh an easier time up there.
Very well. The owlbear rushes up upon the RV, jumping onto the back of it, clawing as it tries to break in through the window there. Though it does shove the vehicle hard, and you hear some more bean cans drop onto the floor and glass break, does not begin to roll you or push you to the side. Oswald, with 4s free, what are you up to?
I think the next job is to try and distract that owlbear so that boss can drive the RV out of here.
So it'll use its attack of opportunity on you as opposed to the RV this time. And it will miss as you deftly dodge between claws and broken branches.
Awesome.
Dosh.
I will try the same thing. I'll deal with this, this small horde of sledges.
Say, let the RV build up some momentum.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
So maybe just keep riding the car, Team Wolf style.
Yeah, we'll do that. I'll just hold my action.
Lucius.
All right, I attempt to pedal to the metal, right? Do I have to roll to put the pedal to the metal? I might miss. All right, so I will roll a drive check. I got a total of 24.
Excellent.
So I white knuckle it.
Yeah, with the 24, you're able to get going fast enough. You'll be leaving Oswald behind with the owlbear for the moment. The large necrotic owlbear does not seem to be able to focus on the vehicle at the same time as Oswald. As you push past the ones that were blocking the path, 24 is more than enough to get out of this area and not hit anyone else as you come onto the mountain road. Ranger Sand's ready to action will go off as he'll throw a set of sun rods behind you into the direction the monsters are congregating. Since I don't have a sunrod token, they're all double-decker tacos.
Beautiful.
So you'll find yourselves outside of the consecration circle, past the one that's broken. Oswald's still in there. We'll jump back to him in a moment. Ranger Sands, as you guys start to come out, seeing the torn open convertible part, the monster on the back that Forz and Dosh are still dealing with, will let you know that the sunrod should slow them down. Oswald.
Yeah.
So you are in the darkness of the woods. The headlights are ahead of you, as well as all three vehicles. What do you do?
Trying to decide between just getting out, following the friends, or trying to distract the creatures like deeper into the woods and kind of buy my friends more time.
Not worried about being grabbed anymore.
I am definitely worried about being grabbed. That's why I'm hesitating. Because if it goes wrong, there's nobody around to save me and prevent, me from being eaten. I remember seeing the owlbear running pretty quick, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. I think I need to distract the owlbear, and then my plan is to take a 90-degree turn and head back towards the RV and such.
In order to actually lure it away, the creatures are trying to escape more than they are hunting.
Ah.
So go ahead and give me a bluff check to try to
Oh.
bring it along.
Okay. I'm really good at those.
Yeah, it's not exactly an intelligent creature. So we'll set this at 15.
Well, I rolled a 14 for a total of 14.
I bet a living owlbear would love to chase you, but the undead one finds you less appeasing in the moment.
All right. Well, that's still what I tried to do.
Dosh.
I'll ask my sliver, because everybody comes flying out through the circle to see the sun rods. But Oswald's nowhere to be found. I'll just say in my sliver towards him, "Are you all right, man?"
Try to draw the owlbear off. He doesn't think I'm tasty.
Regroup? Question mark.
On my way.
The creature on the back of the vehicle, Dosh, will go to attack you.
I forgot there was a guy on the back of the vehicle. I thought we left him behind. Okay.
We still moving?
I'm going to use combat expertise and fight defensively on this guy. Full attack him. First swing at a 29.
Will hit.
13 for my second swing.
Will miss.
I use a panache to do a third.
Will hit.
All right, so the first one for 16, and then 14 for the second hit.
The magic binding the creature together begins to break apart as chunks of it simply start to slide off the side of the car. Branches and bone no longer attached to whatever core form here that was keeping it as a singular mass.
You did it.
The car is so gross now.
Belanca's going to get out of the RV and heads over towards where Forz, Dosh, and Ranger Sands are.
I ain't gonna be the one to stop him.
You're all out of intimidate?
No, it's actually kind of might be good for us actually.
Yeah, I'm not going to stop him.
On his way out, I'll say, you can at least give me back my gun.
Not done using it. Lucius, though, it is your turn.
I will continue driving.
Okay, with the intent of going down the mountainside kind of thing?
I think that's the idea, yeah. I'll just let the crew know, it's time to go.
You do have what we came for.
Exactly. And I'm going to do exactly what I told Doss I was going to. We'll drop these guys off at the campsite and be on our way.
Ranger Sands will try to wave down and stop Forz, as well as yourself, Lucius. But Forz, what do you do on your turn?
If I get the sliver notice from Lucius, I think I will just keep rolling and don't look back.
All right.
Are you still out on the roof of the car, Dosh?
Yeah.
All right. I guess I would stop and open the door for you.
Can I do a cool acrobatic through the window maneuver?
Yes, absolutely. If Forz is going to keep driving and Lucius, you as well, then yeah, you guys will leave Ranger Sands behind with Blanca as they will continue firing shots. Oswald, you'll see the horde of monsters heading for the opening. Though they are limited by the light, you can see that their numbers are starting to grow as Sands keeps firing, yelling at Blanca that there's more bullets in the trunk. What do you do?
Yeah. I think I'm going to go to Sands and Belanca, try and help them I don't even know I don't know what Sans' plan is. So yeah, I'm gonna zip over to them and say, "What do you need?"
With an angered voice that commands authority, say, "We need people to seal this off.
Okay, like with rocks.
We're going to need people to help finish the consecration. We need to get this blocked. We need to distract the creatures, and we need to commit the ritual here to stop this until the Seekers can arrive."
Okay, that sounds like a lot. I can help with the distraction part.
Sounds like a job for an inquisitor to me.
Uh,
Yeah.
I don't know if I have those spells. I'm much more of a utility-focused inquisitor.
As he goes for the trunk, he'll pull out a bandolier of scrolls. He'll take one for himself
Mm.
and say that you're going to need to put light on each of the consecration stones. Can you see in the dark?
Yes.
All right. We need those lit up so the Seekers know where to find us. With the snow going on and out here in this remote area, we're basically alone unless they can spot us from the sky.
I'm on it.
He's going to hand you the scrolls. We're
Uh-huh.
going to need this cast on them. This is permanency. You know how to use a scroll, right?
Sure.
Okay, we're going to need at least 4 of those stones glowing in order to make sure that the creatures don't try to escape out other routes. They're going to keep here. I guess Blanca and I will try to block the path as best we can. He has a book in his trunk as well that he'll look at very quickly before, and then I'll try to consecrate something to hopefully stop them, at least till sunrise. Lucius, as you are continuing down the path, anything you want to do?
Um,
Want to be a hero?
yeah, I want to call out to Oswald. Say, what are you doing? We need to leave.
They need help.
What do you mean they need help?
All those monsters are gonna bust out.
They are the help. What the hell?
Oh, they need the Seekers and they need time. They need me to put light on rocks. I don't know, man.
I slam on the brakes. God damn it. We're turning around.
Yeah, you hear me over the sliver. Yeah, Oswald's right on this one, guys.
Yeah, I'll be turning the wheel as I'm getting all this information.
The scorn moon at its apex as you guys turn around amongst the almost moonless night. The only headlights on this cold and dark road up the mountainside. The very damaged RV will start drifting back, as well as a fairly mangled large boat of a car.
Hordes, can you jab this car in between those 2 stones and make a barricade with it?
I can certainly try.
Oh my car.
You say that out loud and not so that Lucius can hear it.
Yeah, I know.
All right. It is not hard. It is not hard for Forge to intentionally drive poorly into rocks and stop the vehicle.
No.
Imagine he's wedging it between like 2 trees and some rocks to try to make a temporary barricade where the seal is broken. I will jump out and resume my position on the roof, stun baton at my ready, swing it at any monster that tries to come through.
How close are we currently now to the Ranger's vehicle?
Not more than about 15, 20 feet. We'll drop out of initiative here for just a moment. As you guys return, Ranger Sands looks less worried, as he thought this is where his last day might be.
Was about to be. Good job, Oswald.
The sun rods will hold them off for just a bit. None of you know any ancient Rethi sealing rituals, do you?
Sorry about that.
Sorry, I wasn't in the scouts.
Understandable. Belonk is next to him. A colic will get up. Max is still passed out in the vehicle, but a colic will get up and I guess walk up to the front of the RV with you, Lucius, and ask what's going on.
Like we're making a stand, and the keys for his cuff will kind of levitate towards him. As I'm getting out and walking out, I'll toss my spare clip to Belanca.
He'll catch it and get ready to load it. Fours, if you're just standing there, Sans would say, camper. I guess he doesn't know your guys' names, so.
Camper.
I love it. There's zombies, like monsters, beating down the barricade, and he's like, "Howdy, Capper! Time to save the day."
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll point at Fours. Camper, I need you to go to my trunk. There's a book there. Bring that over.
Yeah. I'd head over to the trunk and also seeing what else he has. I guess I was thinking about if Jesse slivered to us the idea of needing to flag down Seekers so that they know where we are. I was thinking about putting a beacon or something on my drone and flying it up.
Excellent. Yeah.
But yeah, what's in the trunk besides this book?
Opening up the trunk, there is a heavy pistol in a case with 8 clips
Okay.
next to it. There is a large adamantium greatsword with a set of spread angel wings on both sides forming the
Jesus.
cross hilt. There are 2 wreckers.
Okay.
This guy's the hero. Is he from Prism or something?
Are these like standard park ranger equipment, or is this shit he stole from the Corleone Marines? Like either way, it's badass.
But the book itself has a picture of a skull with a key on it, with sides on both sides of the cover.
Okay.
That,
Book of Doom.
yep, that you can see sitting on top of it.
Got it. There's all sorts of damage you need to be able to bypass as a park ranger.
And when that doesn't work, you use the wreck.
Exactly.
While Forrest is going to the trunk, I'd like to tell Sans that I can use scrolls if you need help with that.
Gather round, campers. We need to make a plan. Dash is off standing on top of the car, shooing away any monsters that are getting too close.
Yeah, I'll be in both my styles and probably in a full defensive.
Ranger Sans, he'll look back at the damaged and ruined Moonrat's vehicle, blocking the path. That'll have to work as a stand-in for a consecration shrine.
No!
So he points at Oswald. All right, camper, you have those scrolls of permanency. I need those put up on those rocks. You're going to have to get around there. Hopefully with your dark vision, you'll be able to spot them easy enough, but you're going to have to be fast.
Best I can do.
We're going to need a few people here, and he'll point at the android camper, trying to keep these monsters away while he points at Lucius. And you said that you know scrolls, that you could work with scrolls?
Better than most.
All right. And a colic would, I can help with that as well. Blanca would grab a few more clips, and we'll start to head towards Dash. So you two, pointing at Lucius the colic, I need you to start helping me with the ritual to consecrate this broken vehicle. This camper here is going to go illuminate the consecration stones to help prevent more from coming up, as well as to signal to the seekers where we're at. He'll look at you fours as he takes the book from you. Find a place to be helpful.
I'll pull out my pistol, check to see how many rounds are in it.
Yeah, I don't think you've actually shot it yet, have you?
No.
Shot it yet, like, ever? The only thing I think you've ever shot was a puppy with a shotgun.
Rude.
Out of context, it sounds terrible. Oh, does it look like the beacon lights on the Ranger's car are like fastened down, or are they ones that they can like take on and off?
That magnet attaches to the top? Yeah, absolutely.
If it's not too much weight, plop it on my drone and send it up so it's well above the canopy and everything, and very obvious where we are.
So this is going to turn a little bit into a skill challenge as well as a combat scenario.
We're doing our very own dungeon crawl.
And Max is passed out in the RV, so we won't worry about him. So we're going to go ahead and roll initiatives for everyone. And then each turn, we're going to kind of bounce. I know everyone's in a little bit of a different spot, but we'll kind of go narratively from person to person as we kind of do skill challenges and checks.
All right.
Oh, just like before, I get a total of 4 on my initiative.
Nice. Consistency is key.
I rolled a 12.
Aha! Out of 15.
And Sans gets a 35.
Because he rolls 5d20 for initiative.
What a badass. Anybody that has that much cool shit in his trunk, I believe it.
Maybe I should have been a park ranger.
Maybe you should have been whatever mythical prestige class this guy is. Guy's like Santa Claus tier.
Oswald, as your harpoons fly out, you head into the darkness of the woods.
I think I would have detect magic going as I'm flying, just to help me try and locate these stones. I know they're not glowing with light, but I assume they're already magical.
Awesome. With your dark vision, especially, and with that going, yeah, that makes them very, very easy for you to find.
Right on. I will approach the nearest one as quickly as possible.
This first one's pretty straightforward. You're able to find it pretty quickly. You're able to cast light and pull out that scroll. You have 9 scrolls. He needs at least 4. Go ahead and give me a use magic device to try to make this permanent.
Okay. All right. Well, first one, I rolled a natural 20 for a total of 26.
Flawless. You cast light upon the rock and permanently bind it to it.
Hooray! I'm a sorcerer.
Keep hitting home runs.
That was our strategy last session. It seemed to work.
Right.
Blanca will open fire into the monsters below, standing on the vehicle next to Dash. trying to stay back just a little bit since Dosh has his stick fighting style and has a little bit more reach. Fours.
I guess this is my turn to be useful. Was I able to do the drone stuff before combat rounds? Ma?
Yeah,
All right. I'm gonna shoot at one of the zombies for a 25.
perfect. It hits.
3 damage. Record it.
A colic will look at you, Lucius. Ranger Sands is going to be performing the starting rituals with this. Are you wanting to be writing the runes on the vehicle, or are you going to be performing the ritual backing up the magic?
Let's look at that quick.
Scanning for numerical advantage.
Right, yeah. My magic is innate. I can do either just as well. So I'll make the marks.
He'll move up to the vehicle in the shadow of it from the cast sun rods and be ready to start assisting Ranger Sands. Dosh.
Are they close enough for me to swing down at him?
Yeah, absolutely.
Fight defensively with combat expertise. As I swing at the oozes at the gate here. 18 to hit and 20 to hit.
Okay, 18 will miss, but 20 will hit.
18.
Yeah, the creature violently reacts to the electricity and focuses towards you.
Oh, and I will choose that guy as my dodge. I'll choose him for my stick style. Once per round, if he attacks me, I can, and he misses, he provokes.
With the extra help here, then, Ranger Sands will move up towards where Colic is, opening and flipping through pages of his book rapidly. Fours, he sees you firing with your standard pistol. He will throw you his Basque Force pistol.
Oh, yeah.
If you're willing to drop your gun, you can catch this. If you want to try to hold both, go and
I drop my gun and I catch it and I look at it like Melvin from Tremors.
yeah, you can see decorated upon the barrel as well as the hilt. It is covered in Corleone religious symbols.
Oh, fancy. This is like Hellboy's gun.
But he will start reading in Draconic from his book. Creatures will move forward. Fours with a 15 to hit you.
That will miss.
Dosh, 2 of them will swing at you. 1 with a 29 and 1 with a 27.
The 27 will miss. My AC is 28. I will use an immediate action to do a dodging panache, which will give my cha to my AC, which will increase my AC to a 32.
The other one will miss as well then.
If one of those is the ones that I punched and he misses me, I get a swing at him.
Go ahead and swing at him.
27
Hits.
for 11.
Blanco's able to activate the hard light shield at his belt to block the second attack, but the first one does get through, scraping across him, ripping off bark, and revealing sap. Lucius.
I head over to the vehicle, but instead of starting with my marks, I tell everybody to just keep it up. We've got this. Inspire some courage.
Everyone gets a +2 to everyone for morale bonus on saving throws against fear, and a bonus to attack and weapon damage rolls.
Which is probably not as useful as just doing my job, but
The owlbear begins pushing at the back of the oozes, trying to get to the front. Back to Oswald as you dash amongst the darkness of the trees. Your eyes out here feels great. It seems like it's been a very long time since you've been somewhere without the constant lights of the city. Your friends at this point are far enough back that you can see the illumination from the sun rods and the dancing shadows of combat. You can hear the bullets going off. Sometimes out here in the darkness, when the shadows of the trees line up just right with what little starlight is coming through from what isn't blocked by the scorn moon, you can see whispers of a field of grass, sharp grass. But that's distracting me for what's important. Go ahead and give me perception to find the next one.
I'm okay with the shadowy sharp grass for now because I don't think it's real. So I'm going to keep looking for the stones. That's a total of 26 in my perception.
Easily done.
Grass starts cutting me. I'm going to change my mind.
You take the threat of sanity loss very lightly.
I mean, I'm definitely worried about it, but it's like, well, maybe this is just like spooky shadows playing a trick on me. I don't know yet.
Though the grass does look inviting, and some part of you kind of wants to go hunt amongst it.
Oh, no.
It's not hard to find the stone. The snow doesn't seem to build up on it like it does other things. But as you approach this one, I'll need a use magic device check as you cast light and pull out a scroll of permanency.
Okay, let's try it again. I rolled much more poorly. I got a total of a 9 on my use magic device.
Though the light is cast on the rock, if you left this one to go cast on another one, this one would go out.
I think my plan is to stay here and try again.
As we end your turn, you can hear the sound of branches breaking as you begin to try to read the scroll for next round.
Oh, no.
Done. Dun.
I guess I'll transmit over Sliver to Lucius. One down. There's something out here though.
All right, Belanca will open fire, firing at 3 of these monsters. Will hit. He will then eject the clip he has and start reaching for the one that Lucius gave him. 4s. There's one that seems to be specifically trying to get to you.
I guess I gotta test out this gun on this guy then. Gonna go for the owlbear, but
It is a +1 undead Bane force pistol.
hell yeah.
Oh.
Being a 23 to hit and a 18 to hit.
Those will both touch.
So 13 damage on the first attack and 14 damage on the second attack.
Force bolts rip through the one approaching you. A colic will begin chanting in order to assist and aid with Ranger Sands performing the consecration ritual. In order to maintain the assistant focus, he does have to beat a DC 20 with his Knowledge Arcana. He is not able to.
Oh man, he should be the person doing what I'm doing.
I mean, yeah, if you want to yell out at him to swap spots.
Well, to be honest, I wouldn't really have an idea of how competent he is, right?
Yeah, I mean, right now, you guys have seen him try to cast one spell and it didn't work, and then he got his ass beat.
Right.
So yeah, he's having a little bit of a hard time trying to practice the draconic words with Sands on the spot while you guys are blasting with pistols and stun batons. Dash.
Just look like they're starting to spread out.
Looks like they're starting to test the edges of the light. The oily sheen of the ooze upon them, when it hits the light, it bubbles, but it doesn't burn. They're afraid of the sun rods, but it looks like they're learning that the sun rods are not actual sun.
How many are within my range?
3.
I will swing at 2 of them.
Unfortunately, those will both miss.
And one of those I will mark as my counter.
Alrighty. Sands will start reciting from the Book of Rituals, pointing out to a colic where they're supposed to hopefully aid him next time, and pointing to Lucius to begin riding on that vehicle. This one bumps up against the edge of the consecrated area, so it cannot reach you 4s from where you've backed up, and will start heading back towards where Dosh is. But for Dosh, these 3 will attack with a 16, a 14, and a 29.
The 29 will hit me. I will use an immediate action to give myself the bonus to AC equal to my Cha, which will actually, since I'm in crane style, that will actually provoke 20 to hit.
It'll hit.
16.
The form in front of you will crack apart, falling across, splashing against the edge of the car at your feet. Lucius.
Can I make these marks with Arcane Mark?
You can.
That's how it's going to be done. I give my full focus on the side of the car.
Give me that spellcraft.
Ooh, with a natural 1, we get a 9.
Oh, we're all killing it. Killing it.
I'll respond to Oswald. Just say, watch your back, Oswald. Be careful out there.
Yeah, a colic will look over at you, Lucius, as you're just crayon drawing on the side of this vehicle with your finger. Maybe it's just the sentimental value of knowing that you might have just lost this car permanently. But a colic will look at you and motion to trade places.
Probably a good idea.
Dosh and Belanca, go and give me will saves as the owlbear screams into the night.
Oh,
God.
my lord.
It is a fear effect, so you do get a bonus against it. The DC is 15.
I rolled a 5.
With a 10, unfortunately, you are shaken.
Damn.
Oswald, in the darkness, with your
Yeah.
light rock in front of you.
Yeah, I'm very worried about the branches breaking behind me. So I'm gonna try one more time to use a scroll on this rock before I leave it behind and go to another rock. So if I fail this time, my plan is to come back to it later. Got a total of 17 on my use magic device.
Maybe it's just because you've been out here and it's really cold.
That's been a running joke
Yeah.
for 4 episodes now.
I mean, someday I'll have like, a morning where I could spend an hour to go buy a damn coat.
To believe your boss gave you a day off, sir.
He did, and I was fine that day. I didn't know the next day we were going to drive into the mountains.
That being said, the scroll does not function. You're unable to bind this.
I'm going to just leave the regularly lit rock behind because I don't need something ambushing me.
So this begins the next part of your skill challenge.
Shit.
As you take off harpooning into the trees, launching yourself forward, branches break and you see a tree fall behind you. Chasing after you, the massive form of what looks like 2 spiders, as though if they were joined at the head. All of its legs and hands and claws, branches and bones have been brought together to make this massive form. It seems to be able to roll over itself quickly, grabbing onto trees and propelling itself after you. Normally, what would be the back end of one of these spiders opens up, revealing teeth made of rocks, bones, shards of metal, things that it has found or accumulated through catamaring itself through the countryside. It hisses.
Did you just make a Spider King?
Yeah. I just made a Spider King.
Oh god, that's terrifying.
It vomits forth a blast of necrotic ooze that burns away at the tree that you were just attached to as you project yourself forward into the night, trying to stay ahead of it.
Oh god.
So to add on to this, you will now be making acrobatics checks to try to stay out of its range.
Okay.
Failing this check will create 2 attacks of opportunity. Passing it will only result in 1.
Okay. All right. I will give you an acrobatics check. A total of 25.
A 25 does fail.
Mm-hmm.
The DC on this is 27. As it was stalking you before, and having seen you fail twice in a row, it made its attempt to attack. It moved, and it's only going to make 1 slash at you at this time. The long, disjointed, elongated legs allow it to reach well past the area that kind of those consecrated rocks protect. It swings out, breaking branches with a 34.
Oh yeah, that's a hit.
It does 12 points of damage as its claws rip across your backside.
Ow.
You hear a little bit of steam hiss out of your Hedron mining gear.
Oh, that's not a good thing.
Things clawing away at your character concept, Jesse.
Yeah, so that's another transmission to Lucius. There's a giant spider monster out here. It's terrifying.
Blanca opens up fire. This time only seems to strike one of them. 4s.
I'm going to fire on the 2 sludge monsters closest to Lucius. I kind of keep them off the side of the car.
Alrighty. Yeah, go for it.
22 to hit and a 28 to hit.
Both will tear through the one that is attempting to reach Lucius. Akalik will run up and begin using his spellcraft. Dash.
I will continue swinging at these guys, even though I am shaken. I'm going to be brave. 18 for the first one, 13 for the second one.
Visions of your body covered in necrotic ooze seem to linger at the back of your mind, distracting you from landing these blows, unfortunately, as they are beginning to comfortably move into the light. Ranger Sands continues reciting from the book of rituals that he has.
Is he able to postpone his turn till I get there?
He's making his check on his turn, but you'll be able to make yours to aid onto it.
Okay,
Yeah, I mean, all of this is supposed to be kind of happening all at the same time.
that makes sense. And let's be honest, I'm probably not going to roll well.
It is a DC 20 on your side. So, but Monstars, dodge. It looks like you're able to dodge most of them. There is one that will hit you with a 30, I believe.
So 32 is my currently AC.
Okay. Blanca, though, will take another swipe across the side. Lucius.
I will move back and attempt to aid Sands.
Give me your knowledge arcana versus DC 20.
Yeah, here's your 40% chance. I rolled a total of 15. Not today.
It's almost like we're a crew that's optimized for collecting up RVs and driving away with them rather than making magic rocks in the forest.
It's very lucky that random campers you found out can even use this skill.
Yeah,
And
right?
it kills
That we're even able to roll at this is
Luck,
super lucky
a
for him.
sorcerer.
I dabble.
Can you fly off into the woods randomly and go cast light and permanency on rocks?
And how's that going for you, Jesse?
Not well at all.
If you show up as Spider-Man using Spider-Man techniques, it's not odd to ask you, can you Spider-Man?
Oh yeah, for sure. It totally makes sense he would ask me to do it. It's just weirdly lucky that he has somebody that can do it.
That being said, the massive owlbear necrotic monster pushes forward, consuming some of the smaller creatures around it, adding to its bulk and mass.
Oh my lord.
Oswald,
Yeah.
you can feel the tremors of the Spider King behind you, breaking trees as it chases after you, and you're not sure what. Maybe it's just being out here alone. Maybe it's being able to use your eyes the way they were meant to, or maybe it's just knowing that nothing is watching. But there's something about it, something about the Spider King itself that strikes a tone with you. These things made out of necrotic ooze and forest floor, rocks and bone, they kind of smell good. They kind of smell tasty.
Huh.
But it is your turn and you're running for your life. What are you doing?
You were the predator. You turn around and you eat that thing.
That's really worrying. Okay. I'm guessing that I do not yet have a beat on where the next rock is.
Go ahead and give me once again. This will either be we do your perception or acrobatics.
I think we're going to use acrobatics to buy myself some time. And then
Okay.
my intent is to cast invisibility and really hope this thing can't still see me. But we'll see how the acro check goes. Much better. Got a total of 38.
Excellent. Excellent. Yes, you're able to grapple onto branches, launch yourself well above and out of its reach. It will try to take one swing at you.
Ugh.
Don't stop.
Describe
me
it.
now.
Describe what's happening.
So as you launch yourself, using your momentum and speed to grapple onto a branch and launch yourself above the canopy so that you can get ahead enough to be able to cast invisibility, one of its arms will pull inside of its body as it pushes out with another arm to create one twice as long, broken and jagged as it reaches up, grabbing and scratching across your leg, tearing flesh enough that you can feel yourself starting to bleed into the cold. It actually kind of feels a little nice. It's the only warm thing you've had since that can of bean soup. But you find yourself far up in the trees, able to take a turn to cast invisibility if you need it.
Yeah, I do that. And I look worryingly at my leg.
You could feel that necrotic ooze kind of burning and biting at the flesh.
I don't like that at all.
You feel warmer anyways.
You know, in that way that blood loss does.
Belanca's sap is covering the top of the card on the spot where he's at, but it does not stop him from firing 3 times around. He does miss a couple, but he does strike one as he yells back, "I need something else. I'm almost out of bullets." 4s.
I'm going to open up on the owlbear. And would I be familiar with if another clip for Belanca's weapon might be in the trunk of the ranger's vehicle?
Yes, there was 8 clips in there.
Yeah, I'll shoot and then I'll make a move for the trunk so I can re-ammo our dudes. Firing at the owlbear with a 28 and a 20.
Alrighty. Yeah, they will both hit.
Striking it for 18 and 15 damage respectively.
Excellent. Yeah, the force bolts tear to the side of it as it screams in anger and rage. You can tell it looks like next turn it's going to start pushing on this vehicle.
Uh-oh. Let's get those bullets, shall we?
Sorry, this is the first time I've been able to go full all combat style with all my stuff, so I'm not being as descriptive as I should be as I get a hang of it.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, just lean into it as you can. Colic will begin using their arcane mark to draw upon the side of this vehicle. As he uses magic to carve into the metal, following the directions given by Sans, it'll start to draw in a bit of the light still being cast from the sun rods. Dash, you are surrounded, and you know the owlbear can probably reach you next turn, reaching over its fallen comrades. It seems to be able to consume and absorb the ones you're knocking down, but more so, it looks like it's going to try to flip this vehicle.
I yell out, "How much more time do you guys need?"
A lot.
All right. I leap down in front of the car. And hopefully, I'm in range to swing at this massive owlbear. And
You are now close enough to fight it.
all right, I focus on the owlbear. Even though I am shaken, I am gonna try. Ugh. I rolled a 7 for a 17 for my first swing, and a 19, which is a critical threat.
Totally hits.
Does shaken deal damage?
It does not.
I will swing for 18 with my baton.
Alrighty. Very well. Ranger Sands will continue reading from the book, and he will fumble, as whether it's maybe Dosh jumping off the edge there, or just the chaoticness of the situation of monsters looming all about. He seems to mess up and have to restart the page.
It's like one of those recipe websites where it's like someone's family history before you even get to the spell. My grandma in 1892. He's like, "Where's the fucking spell? Where's the spell?"
Maybe it's a cold day, maybe it's a warm day. You're gonna want this spell.
But don't forget the cinnamon unless add.
The monsters will attack Dosh, focusing mostly on him. Here comes 3 of the smaller ones, then we're going to do 1 attack for the owlbear creature.
AC is currently at 32.
All 3 of them will swing and miss. You moved your focus to the owlbear, correct?
I did move my focus to the owlbear, but the 29 will drop my crane wing style, and it will provoke an attack from me.
Go for it.
For 23 to hit. For 22 damage.
You can hear and feel the skull inside of its head crack. as it continues fighting you. The large owlbear creature lashes out with a massive claw,
Oh no.
scoring a natural 20
Why must you do this?
as it plunges sharpened branches and rocks into your chest. It does not confirm the crit,
Thank the Lord.
but its massive claw rips across you, doing 18 points of damage.
I'm okay.
Lucius.
Radioing back to Oswald. If you need to get out of there, you get out of there.
I think I'm too distracted to respond right now.
Right. That's fine. Like, this might seem like we're the last line of defense for this, but we are not. We will try our best. But yeah, we aren't risking our lives for this. And I attempt, as I continue risking my life, as the person that is least risking their life,
The guy who has to read from the book. Ah, jeez.
keep up with this. Yeah, you gotta read.
That's a fate worse than death.
All right. Getting a total of 13 on my attempt to help out.
Maybe this round didn't go as well because Ranger Sands lost his place, but both of you are kind of stuck as he mispronounces a word in Draconic and you try to correct him, both of you fumbling a bit here. Oswald, you find yourself cold and invisible, bleeding out of your leg as you sit atop a tree. Down below, the Spider King seems to be knocking over smaller trees nearby, trying to find you.
Okay, that's good. That's all the confirmation I need. I'm gonna try and spot the next stone.
Alrighty, go ahead and give me that perception.
Total of 22 on perception as I peer through the snow in the dark.
22 does not beat the DC, so what this means is that the next stone is directly in the threatened range of the Spider King.
Okay.
It seems to be standing over one.
Great. You said this is like a spider with like one head and two bodies, right?
So let's say you're in the bathtub, right? You got your two spider toys.
Why do you keep making this worse?
You mash their faces together to make them kiss. But
Right.
imagine they kept kissing until their faces blended and melded together into one blob.
Yeah.
So it's folded in half using the bottom side of the top spider as kind of like if it was a spider centaur, but its midsection was both faces.
Right.
Now imagine it wearing pants. Also, I believe that the correct term is conjoined spider queen. King. It's a king this time.
You need that achievement, John.
Okay, so
You already killed the Spider Queen.
You gotta run
kill
in
that
and kill
Spider
the
King.
Spider King.
so what I was getting at is this thing has 16 legs.
Correct.
Yeah, that's a lot of attacks of opportunity potentially.
So just trip it.
Right. Yeah, I'll just trip it. Yeah. I've totally spent a lot of time training to trip Spider King abominations in the forest. Shit.
I mean, if you're ever gonna pull a episode 5 and try to go AT-AT on this.
Wow. That would be really neat, but I just don't have a lot of confidence that would work. Shit. I'm gonna wait a moment and see if it moves off from the rock that it's currently over. Maybe it's gonna go hunt for me somewhere else. In the meantime, I'm gonna take a closer look at my leg and see if I can tell maybe if there's anything wrong with it beyond just a bad wound.
A quick inspection up here. Your leg definitely going to be bruised, definitely some bleeding, but it looks to be mostly superficial. It's nothing horrid yet.
Okay.
It just has that kind of thick, meaty aroma that necrotic ooze has that kind of drifts into your nostrils.
Oh, why are you doing this to me? All right, I'm gonna pop one of the Cure Light Wound supplements for my Santa survival suit,
Oh, excellent. Okay,
and I think that'll be my turn.
perfect. Go for it.
Woohoo! 3 whole points of healing.
The hiss of your suit as it injects you with a restorative serum that just doesn't seem to do a lot to fight against necrotic wounds, or maybe it's something else. Belonka goes to shoot 3 times, but only is able to fire twice before he looks around for either more bullets or another weapon. Thors.
Sorry, I just don't carry enough bullets for the zombie apocalypse.
I come trotting back to the area from the trunk, and I toss Belonka one. Lips. If I have any time left
Yeah, you can take one shot.
on the owlbear. 19. Just touch.
Yeah, that will burn off a massive chunk of the ooze from its shoulder, though it does seem to try to be healing or sealing that back over. It seems to be focused on taking out its anger at the person in front of it. Josh. Akalik here will continue writing as he's trying to listen and see where Lucius and Ranger Sands are. Dosh, you are surrounded in all directions. Creatures press up against you in every way.
I'll use my swift action to use a panache point to grant me a +4 bonus to my armor class
Mhm.
as I enter into a full defense. I will not take any attacks. I will just focus entirely on not dying.
Fair trade. So that makes your armor class what?
35.
That is a big boy number.
Mhm.
Ranger Sands is able to pick up on his spot, and so begins reading the ritual again. All right, the monsters, as they lash out at you, Dash, your stick whirling about, back into a corner, but fighting in a full defense. They spectacularly miss, and even the owlbear does not seem to be able to penetrate your stick fighting defense. Lucius.
All right, let's go for this 40%. I did it. 27. I had to roll a 19, but I'm helping.
Perfect. With that starting to go, Colic seems to be having an easier time writing. Sands is working with you on this. Oswald. The creature lumbers about a bit. It appears to be sniffing the air with the back end of its abdomen ripped in half to create a maw. It seems to be able to trace a tree that has a little bit more blood on it than the others.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try and judge as well as I can where I should place this grappling hook so that I can kind of swing underneath the spider and get to that rock. Try my hand at doing that permanency.
Awesome. Go ahead and give me that acrobatics.
Just
Okay.
dive into the alligator's mouth.
Total of 37 on the acrobatics.
Perfect. You're diving off of this tree past a massive maw filled with forest detritus for teeth, the plethora of waving and raising hands. It will take a swipe at you, but it is going to have the 50% mischance for visibility.
I like that part.
So with a 30,
30 would hit.
and so it will be a miss if this is 50 or lower.
Okay.
So 51 and up, it hits. Does catch you, and it's mad flailing as you weave between 8 different arms trying to grasp at where it thinks it's smelling you. One of them will catch you across the side, doing you 10 points of damage.
Ow.
But you are underneath it.
You
Okay.
are
I'm gonna-
prone and very vulnerable underneath it. To be fair.
That's great. That's exactly where I wanted to be. I will. Yeah, I'll try and throw the permanency on this rock.
All right.
It's a total of 12 on my use magic device.
It does not seem to catch.
Uh-huh.
Blanca will reload and open fire again, shooting all 3 into the closest one. Will hit, and that one will collapse. 4s.
Are any of the sludge monsters still attacking the car directly?
No, they are all focused on the closest creature, Dosh.
Okay. I'll keep shooting at the owlbear, I guess. All that juice is going into that bucket anyways. I'll open fire with a 24 and a 20.
Those will both hit, as both force bolts pierce the side, as well as severing its owl bear skull from the rest of its necrotic form.
Wheat.
It will fall to the ground. Your tremor sense does tell you, though, Fours, that there's something larger coming. A colic will continue to write on the side of the vehicle as quickly as possible. Dash.
I will go back again on the defensive, well, semi-defensive, as I combat expertly, fight defensively. But I will use another key point to add 4 to my AC for this round, as I swing twice. Is he dead? Do I still be shaken?
No, that'll go away. Yeah, lashing out, unfortunately, you just cannot seem to find purchase on these creatures. Ranger Sands continues reciting confidently and loudly. A colic has also been able to follow along, passing their check as well. I'm going to make 6 attacks on you now, Dash.
The first one we'll say is the
Your special buddy. As they all lash out, a flurry of claws, ooze, and bones. One of them will land a blow.
the 10 before the first. I might die from the critical attack. The 10 will provoke for 27 to hit for 16.
Yeah, that one, a massive blow. It looks very close to dead. In making that strike, the other one takes advantage of your distraction to run its sharpened blades across you, doing 10 points of damage.
All right.
Lucius.
Continue aiding. This time I scrape by with a 21.
Alrighty, excellent. Yeah, it looks like one more round of this, and you guys can lock in at least the consecration portion of this, as long as all 3 of you pass next round.
Turn our expensive car into a neat block.
Oswald, you find yourself underneath the Spider King, unable to get that scroll to light up.
Yeah. Well, since I'm already here, I'll try one more time with the scroll. With a total of 11.
Yeah, maybe maybe this scroll at this point has like blood smeared thumbprints on it and is starting to be
Yeah.
somewhat unusable. I think you've probably, in order to launch yourself up into the tops of the trees and cast a spell, you probably crammed this into your pocket.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm not being gentle with this thing while it's in my hand.
Yeah, this scroll might as well be a Bah Hamburger wrapper.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna drop this scroll on the ground. I'm tempted to zip out of here, but if the Spider King doesn't exactly know where I am yet, then maybe I'm in an okay spot.
Can you send your pack out but let you stay behind so he goes after the movement?
Oh God, I don't think so. I mean, first off, I'd have to get it off me, which would require like, even in a hurry, like cutting a bunch of straps and buckles. And I'm not sure if it can even be set to fire without somebody like actively controlling it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stay put.
If you would like to try that and use a disabled device to try to tear this thing off while shooting it in every direction, like tying a tooth to a door handle.
I mean, I don't think that really gets me much. Is the thing. Like, it's maybe possible, but like, it's gonna distract the Spider King to go look in one direction, but then I don't have my mobility, and I'm still stuck here by the rock. So I think instead I'm going to try to hide.
Yeah, are you trying to maintain your stealth underneath it, or are you?
Yes.
Alrighty, go ahead then. We're gonna go ahead and go and roll your stealth. Go ahead and roll your stealth like you would acrobatics, except for passing this will not result in attack of opportunity.
Not
Okay.
sensing anything nearby, the monster lays down.
All right, I got a total of 30 on my stealth.
Excellently done.
It's gonna stay very, very still.
Yeah, as you find yourself hiding underneath the Spider King as it occasionally turns around looking for you, it can smell you nearby. But unfortunately, all 16 of its eyes littered across both abdomens seem unable to spot you. The pedipalps in the middle rub together, occasionally creating small sounds that sound like a child laughing.
Ah,
But underneath this creature, somewhere, you see the
Hen's
fields
egg.
of razor grass
oh no.
calling to you.
And you also think that small children taste good now.
What have you always thought that?
Could have always thought that.
Yeah, I'm growing increasingly terrified and like not at all sure how I should escape from my predicament. So I'm just cowering for a minute.
Bacolic is looking pretty beaten up.
Yeah.
I'll tell him to,
Yeah, Belanca doesn't look like he can take much more of this.
yeah, I'll tell him to step back. I can handle this for now. Gain some distance.
Our muscle's better than your muscle.
Belanca will take this opportunity as where he's at. He's on top of the vehicle to back up a bit, and he'll just take one shot, striking one. Fours. We're back to your turn. You can see Belanca backing up on the vehicle on the side of it. Josh is still surrounded. Somewhere out in the distance, beyond gunfire, sun rods, and violent necrotic monsters, you hear trees falling.
That's because I'm here, baby. I'm gonna go and take up the spot where Belanca was, and I guess I'm going to fire down at ones that I think I can put down.
Trying to aim for ones that look the most wounded. You get one shot since you moved. This one will blast away the one that Dosh was focusing on. You can see Belanca's missing a lot of the bark from underneath his gun arm as well as on the left side of him.
I'll look up to Forrest and say, hit the fresh ones.
Akalik here puts all of his effort into this moment, complete hit, and is able to finish the runes. Just needing now Lucius and Sans to complete the ritual. So call out, it's done! Josh.
Yeah. Do any of the other ones look like they have? I mean, it's probably hard to tell how well a pile of ooze and bones and leaves are, but
I mean, you can tell all of them have been hit with either bullet fire or blaster
Okay.
or a force pistol, but none of them specifically look more damaged than the other.
I will use one more key point, hoping I can get one dead this round as I swing wildly. Well, not wildly, with precision and flair.
Flamboyantly.
The first swing is at the 11 for 23
23 will absolutely hit.
for 19.
Alrighty. It takes a massive blow. The creature staggers a bit. Ranger Sands, is able to finish his part. Just needing Lucius to help conduct the final bit of this, or otherwise they have to restart.
Does he?
No pressure. No pressure.
I thought I was just aiding him.
No, you are assisting with the ritual casting of the spell.
You are the Father Karras to the father, the one in The Exorcist.
Yeah, there's a lot of dads up in this joint. No, he's been doing his knowledge religion to cast the consecration, your knowledge arcana to assist in making this ritual stick, and a colic is using their spellcraft to create the runes that were on the broken rock onto this vehicle.
Yeah, it's just a bummer that anything has to rely on me for this. And you, camper! I thought you said you were magic.
I guess we did fail to describe it. Technically, Dash, in his weird Slender Man, is still dressed like a park ranger, as is Forz, which are all questions he'll have once this is over. It's weird because I'm the guy who works here and I don't work with any of you. Dash, a barrage of claws come towards you.
Looking for a 36 again.
I'm looking for a 20 because that's all I can roll to hit you. 5 attacks as they shatter windows and carve away at the metal, but unfortunately do not seem to land a blow on you. Lucius Sands is looking at you, as is a colic. Torres and Belanca are firing down at the crowd of monsters that surround Dash. In the far, far distance, a very cold, bleeding, and sad, lonely Oswald is trying to hide underneath a giant monster. All of this comes down to you.
Pressure's on. 40% chance.
It's
I rolled a 1 again. A total of 9. Let's do this all over.
I absolutely love this. So Lucius, yes, with that natural 1, panicked look goes over Sand's face as he starts to restart the incantation at this point to try to do it again. But he is going to yell at Belanca. There's 2 things in my trunk. You're going to need to get them, just in case.
Awesome.
You'll see them on the right-hand side. There's 2 wreckers there. Do you know how to use them? Belanca will call back, fuck no, before Sands would. It's not too hard. There's an activation right on top. Do your best. Oswald, you are under the monster. It is unaware where you're at.
That's good. Oh boy. Okay. Well, I'm going to try again with a fresh scroll to put permanency on this stone.
Alrighty.
If I have to choose between a penalty on magic device versus stealth, then I'll take the penalty on stealth.
Okay.
All right. A total of 14 on the use of magic device. Just cannot seem to roll above, say, an 8 or so.
Alrighty. And go ahead and give me that stealth.
Okay. Total of 32 on the stealth. See, that's where all my good rolls are going, is everything but use magic device.
Alrighty. You're able to maintain your position as the creature bumbles about, knocking over small trees and kicking up snow. Though the area is starting to become a little bit difficult to hide under, as it's widening its search, because it can smell blood nearby, but does not see you.
Yeah. Stay very still. Stay very quiet. Or as quiet as I can be.
Belanca sprints for Ranger Sand's vehicle. Stumbling out of the RV, out of it, Max, still handcuffed, wanders outside for a moment to see Belanca at the back trunk, grabbing the wreckers, and to see the chaos of the combat ahead. He asks Belanca what's going on as Belanca just tells him to run.
Oh no.
Forz.
I'm going to fire at fresh zombies that it looks like Dash has not hit yet.
All right. And are you putting them on the same one, or are you hitting different ones?
I'll spread it around, different ones. They reforming at all?
Their structure kind of fills back in, but they're losing chunks as you're blasting away pieces of them.
Okay.
All right. Akalik will try to finish off this part of the ritual again as he has to recarve in those runes. He is successful. Dash.
All right. I will swing around defensively in a defensive position, my back against the door of the car here. Try to focus on the ones he's shooting now, like the force pistol. So 26 for my first, 21 for my second swing.
All right. Both connect.
15 for the first and 21 for the second.
All righty. One of them falls to the ground broken. Another one severely wounded.
Getting my panache back. Feed me AC.
Ranger Sand reads this off again, reading off the religious scripture. Dash.
AC currently is 32.
All right, 5 swings and 5 misses. All right, Lucius, it is on you.
Yeah, I'm thinking about this. We're trying to recreate something that is very unlikely to succeed. And then when we do fail, we have to restart it all over again. As that's been kind of going through my mind quickly. Like, no, I'm not going to help out with this very unlikely to succeed ritual. Like, there's a couple of monsters over here that are trying to kill Dosh. I'm going to stop casting this ritual and cast Moment of Greatness.
Okay, and what does that do?
And it's not good, don't get me wrong, but it's better than trying to do something that's very likely not going to work. It's going to allow you to double your morale bonus
Oh, nice.
in an instance. Yeah, so it's more likely that we're going to try to knock these monsters down than it is that we're going to actually succeed in this ritual. So that's what I do.
That's really not a good news for me.
It's not. I'm sorry. You should leave. We need to hold on until these seekers show up because this idea is stupid.
Oh, Sand says it wasn't happening until dawn.
Like we're relying on a 40% chance to start all over again. like we'll go back to it, but like I'd rather that people survive and knock monsters down than this very unlikely. Yeah.
Oh, I get it. I totally get why you're making the call you are. I'm just gonna keep being very, very quiet under a spider.
Yeah. I'll get back to the ritual soon, Sans, but I need to make sure that we stay up. Like we're not prepared for this.
Deep in the forest, underneath the Spider King, Oswald.
Yep. So far, so good. This is working from the perspective of I'm not squished or eaten yet, so I'm gonna try again. Stay very quiet and keep trying to read from this scroll. A total of 21 on the use magic device.
Alrighty, the light stays on.
Oh shit! I zip out of there.
All right, go ahead and give me that acrobatics.
Here we go. On to the next. Total of 30 on acrobatics.
All right, it'll take 1 swing at you.
Oh, thank goodness.
Its massive claw smashes down where you once were as you fly off into the trees, and it begins chasing after.
That's the first time it's missed.
Belanca will come running back with 2 wreckers in his arms and a greatsword in the other.
He brought me my greatsword. Time for me to get into the fight.
But he'll say, everybody clear the way. 4s.
I don't want to be close to this, do I?
Are you immune to a few different energy types?
Are you immune to any?
No.
Guess I will back up and I'll fire at one of them.
Still a natty 1.
Running backwards, the force bolt goes wide. Akalik will also abandon the ritual then, seeing Lucius has done so, and begin moving away from the vehicle. 4s, the rumbling has gotten loud enough. And Dosh, from your position, you could see it starting to break the surface of the snow-covered dirt as trees buckle as the massive form begins to rise from the ground.
Oh, is that from the mist?
It is a massive 6-armed creature formed of necrotic ooze, covered in rock shale, chunks of bark. It is a sturdy-looking creature with sharpened bone at the end of its claws and its eyes forming a corona around its head.
Jesus.
Good luck.
Dosh.
I'll retreat, jump back up here. Actually, I'll take the provokes as I move.
Okay. And your AC is over 30, correct?
Yeah, it's 36 with mobility.
1 claw will catch you as you turn to dash over the vehicle. It'll slash you for 9 points.
But as I get to the other side, ask for a wrecker. He has 2 of them.
Belanca will hand you one. So he has a wrecker in one hand and a greatsword in the other, much like Optimus Prime. With both of you having abandoned the ritual, Sans will have to drop the book and will move up and grab the other wrecker from Belanca. The creatures come spilling over the top of the vehicle, biting away at the metal, clawing through the convertible top of it. One of them will be on higher ground as it slashes down at you, Dosh, and will miss as you're able to weave past it. Lucius.
Actually, that will provoke from me as I drop my wing staff. Or 27 to hit
Will hit.
for 14 damage.
Yeah, that one, as you catch it across the leg, shattering the branches that hold up or perform the same space that bones would. It'll fall, cracking itself in half across the door, and as it smashes to the ground.
So I will walk up and cast Eagle Splendor on Dosh, giving him +4 to Charisma, and reaching out to Oswald. We weren't able to perform our ritual here. It's looking like we might get overrun.
Well, shit. I'm at 2 of 4 on these glowy rocks.
Yeah, it looks like we're about to just create some explosions. We're really relying on the Seekers to get here. Don't risk your life.
Well, you see, the Seekers are going to get here from me risking my life, so... At least that was, well, that's what Sand said.
I've got a beacon going. That helps.
Probably does. I don't know. I don't know enough about how all of this is going to play out, so yeah.
Yeah, you just got to do your best.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm going to wait until you formally say, okay, we are running.
That's probably going to be next turn.
Yeah, for now, I'm going to scope around for one of the other 2 rocks. Is this one that I just finished off, is that the same one that I tried and failed at earlier, or was this a third one?
That would have been a third one.
Okay. Then I'm going to try and go back to the second one, since I know where it's at.
Alrighty. Go and give me that acrobatics then, since you don't need to use perception to find it.
Okay, I try. I got a 32 on my acrobatics.
Yeah, its claw lashes out, missing you.
Holy crap, it missed. Okay. I will drop down next to this rock and pull out another scroll and hopefully say the words right this time for a total of 18.
This isn't normally your jam, and so the scroll's a little bit hard to read between all that's going on.
Yeah. Even with dark vision, there's a lot of shadows being cast from all these spider claws flying around me.
Belanca now, without a wrecker, will take the great sword in 2 hands and step forward to fight this one. He does cut off the arm of the creature as he cuts off a chunk of the vehicle as well as the adamantium blade slices through.
Am I inspiring him as well?
Yeah.
Good.
Unless you don't want to.
No, I definitely want to. But yeah, if anytime he ever feels like he needs to double that bonus, try to make this spell sound cool, but
Who's more inspiring than the guy who's told us to abandon the plan?
quickly realizing we should have never even tried that plan.
4s.
I'm going to 5 foot back as I unload on these guys closing in. 26, 22.
Both strike, one of them taking it through the chest, blowing a hole large enough that it collapses. The massive 6-armed beast lumbers upon the ground, pushing itself towards the vehicle. A colic will keep running.
Coward.
Dash.
Would a disable device check help me understand the wrecker a little bit? I say hoping. I'm not. I'm just going to push it and throw.
You were high on Rambo fumes when you asked for the wrecker.
Yeah. I was inspired to be courageous.
Doubly so, one could say.
You've heard of wreckers before. They're powerful things normally used in like building demolition.
Mm-hmm.
You're pretty sure you know how to activate it at least.
All right. I will activate it and throw. I imagine this thing's probably had a pretty decent blast radius, so I will try to throw it at least far from me as possible towards the bad guy.
Wreckers are not frisbees and so not designed for throwing.
Yeah.
It is a -8.
And I will use the moment of greatness. Giving me a +4. I'm not going to be combat expertising this. I am just going to be straight throwing it.
I believe in you.
For a 36.
That'll do it.
Excellent. Absolutely wonderful. You overhand chuck this thing to the middle of the monster.
Oh, my lordy.
For viewers at home, Dosh is caught in the blast radius.
Correct. As is Belanca.
Yeah.
Luckily, no longer carrying the second wrecker, as Ranger Sands has that one. Yes, with that being said, I do require a reflex save, DC 20, for both yourself and Belanca to take half damage on this.
Oh.
I am going to use my panache point to add my charisma modifier to my reflex save. 32.
Alrighty.
Might be one of those times Belanca wants to use that moment of greatness.
Yeah, Belanca unfortunately will not pass that check.
Oh.
Dosh having passed, 28 points of damage.
Does armor subdual this?
It does not.
I didn't think so.
Oh no.
I imagine Oswald this shooting to the trees in the distance hears.
Oh yeah. This little foam.
Yeah, snow falls from the trees all around you as the shockwave goes out. It's out here amongst the darkness with the creature chasing you. Yeah, you hear the massive explosion.
Followed by an avalanche. That saves us. Oh, brother, where art thou? Style.
As the smoke clears, Dosh is still standing, looking beaten and broken, but still alive.
Okay, that was your standard action, right? Do you still have a move?
I do. I will slowly look away from the explosion as I walk back towards the guys.
Moonwalk.
More like dodging my ass out of the the smoke. Probably steaming.
Chunks of metal go flying around you from the cars. It's ripped asunder. Yeah, snow is flung in every direction as all of you are somewhat deafened. I do need a fort save from you, Dosh, not to be stunned.
Oh yeah, of course. It might be some guys.
Okay, done.
Oh, natty 20 at 25.
Awesome. Then yes, you do walk away from this explosion without looking, with your cane in hand as the car explodes behind you.
I wish Dosh was doing the ritual instead of me.
Oh, you just blew up the focus of that ritual, so that's gonna make it harder.
Ranger Sands has the record in hand, will tell you guys to run as he seems to be setting it.
Oh shit, I say. as it comes to me and what I was supposed to do.
Lucius.
How heavy is the wrecker? Does it look like I can lift it? With mage hand, sorry.
Yeah, the record's about 10 pounds, so
Yeah, so no. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I was the only idiot that chose to be a sorcerer in this world.
You have no Thunder Twin.
I got mage hand. I'll mage hand with you, boss.
Not a sorcerer.
No, not a sorcerer.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Sorry. All right, yeah, this is bad. I start booking it towards the RV, and I'll call out Oswald. We're running.
Okay.
Let's get out.
It's confirmation you're alive. Shit. I'll ask Ranger Sands how the Seekers are getting here. So I'm asking Lucius to do that on my behalf.
So I guess I stop running. I know you're not gonna leave. Just god damn it. How are the Seekers getting here?
Sands will look at you. As soon as they can find us, they're supposed to be here by airship. The wrecker's probably given them a pretty big clue.
Really hope so. Camper Oswald isn't gonna leave unless he thinks it. Unless he thinks that it's right.
Yeah, like I used to
Practically choked on that word.
spit it out in aggression.
This is not our goddamn job.
You're just looking at dollar signs as our assets
I'm
explode.
looking at my friends bloody and beaten. Probably covered in sap from my tree friend. Wondering if this monster's gonna die from the next wrecker. Hopefully, but
All right, so Oswald, you reached out to Lucius, who responds back that
Okay. I'm realizing that I don't think Ranger Sands told me where they're coming from, so I have no idea like how far away this thing is showing up from. I don't know if this is like minutes away or hours away.
he probably doesn't know either.
Yeah.
I've got sliver contact with my drone. I take a peek around to see if I can see any airships on the horizon.
Well, I'm still sitting here at a rock, so I might as well.
absolutely.
I'll try again to light this one up with a 10. Shit. Okay, so I've got 2 of 4. They're saying we're running. All right. I'm gonna regroup back with everybody else, I think. So I'm gonna get outside of what I think the radius of the existing protection circle is, because I think I saw the Spider King not able to cross it with its body, and then start heading back towards the road.
Go and give me that acrobatics then.
Okay. Rolled a 12 for a 32.
The creature swipes it where you once were, carving away snow and dirt, flinging it into the air as you propel yourself into the tree branches. Spider King will begin following in that direction.
Hmm.
Thors, with your sliver connection to your drone as it looks around, it looks like there's 2 sets of airship lights, probably not more than a minute away.
I'll relay that information to the group. And I will be making my way towards the RV.
Alrighty. Pushing through the wreckage of the car, stepping over the flames, the severely warped and destroyed body of the 6-armed creature calls out in violent clicks and clacks as its tendrils reaches for the closest thing it can, which is Dash, bringing down one of its huge fists, striking at you with a 30, Dash.
Hits.
The huge fist connects with your thin frame for 14.
This might not be good. Let's see. I fall over. I'm not dead. I pass out.
Alrighty. As Dash falls to the ground as the massive beast looms forward, all of you within its reach. Fours, you said you moved towards the RV?
Yeah, on my turn, that's what I had done.
One of these creatures will come dashing towards Lucius and Ranger Sands. Lucius, the claw lashes out at you with a 22 to hit.
That can never beat my 14. Oh, wait. Yeah, that hits.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, it slices across you for 12 points of damage.
All right. Although it seems to connect the portions of my body where it strikes at turn to mist, and there is no blood. Wait, unless it's magic. Is it magic?
It's not magic.
Thank God it's not magic.
All right, Dash is passed out on the floor,
I do have a survival suit. Can other people activate the cure or light wounds in it?
so you can activate it yourself.
Would you have done it as a reaction?
Puts me at awake. And then I will use a panache point as a swift action to stand. And then I will also run.
Alrighty, it will take an attack of opportunity swing at you as you bolt out of its range. A 36.
That hits. Ugh, I fall over again.
Oh, Jesus. Of course you
Yeah.
did.
With Fours, Akalik, Max, everyone running, his sword cast aside. Blanca is broken apart in shards, bark everywhere, and sap as well. Dash is passed out again. Lucius engaged with this monster. Ranger Sands is going to set off that wrecker.
Oh shit.
He's going to move towards the monster and use his Smite Evil ability, holding the wrecker in both hands.
Oh
He
my
would have
god.
smite. He would smite a bad guy with a wrecker. This guy is my hero. Cue that Foo Fighters song.
I do need reflex saves from Dash and Lucius.
So do I automatically fail mine because I'm unconscious?
Technically, you still get to roll. You are an unattended object.
Okay.
Oh no.
While you do that, I somehow rolled and got an 18.
I'll use an immediate action to add my chaw to this.
Yeah, it's lucky life, right? Like there's a chunk of car on top of you.
Yeah.
Just remember, you got +4 to your cha.
I rolled a 9 for 27.
As Ranger Sands leaps into the maw of the multi-armed creature, the wrecker glowing with brilliant holy energy, as he brings this down flat upon it, it explodes. Doing 52 damage to everyone in the area. Josh, you pass, so you will take half of that at 26.
Minus your
And Lucius. Yep, full 52. All right, excellent. So here's where you get to introduce the fun death rules that I'd come up with at the start of this game.
talent. I think John's gonna have an old war.
So you can effectively prevent this death by permanently losing a limb that will have to be replaced with cybernetics. I'll let you choose whether it's, both eyes or an arm or a leg. It is true, which is partially the benefit of being an android. We can also roll for this if you'd like to see what you lose. Go ahead and give me a d6. Your left leg is incinerated and shattered. The only part not covered by the broken piece of the car is one of your fancy legs is gone. Lucius,
You guys enjoy.
your right arm is ripped from your body in the shrapnel blast of the holy wrecker. I mean, there's no better way than you guys getting wrecked, right?
Come on. No,
That-
please. Roll. I
I
want to
mean,
know it's.
I mean, if you want this to be a hero zombie who gets that option as well.
All right, not obliterate him.
With that, Oswald, another explosion rocks the area that you are approaching. Though you can't quite see anything besides at this point, the sun rods are gone. There's the burning corpse of a car
Okay.
in the distance in the woods as you were running away from the Spider King.
That's the only point.
Forrest, you see your friend's body is bleeding out amongst destroyed chunks of car that's been blown up twice. The massive monster is gone. There's no trace of Ranger Sands or Blanca at this point. There's just the burning hot adamantium sword left in the snow, sizzling. Their breathing is faint. You don't know how much longer they have left. Josh doesn't breathe, so, you know.
Yeah.
But you do think you could probably tourniquet off at least Lucius's missing arm. Alrighty, Oswald. Okay. As you break free of the darkness of the forest, for a brief moment, you can forget about the Spider King as you see the amount of wreckage that has happened. Here on the edge of the mountainside, the road is littered with car debris. Flaming chunks of vehicle can be found in every direction. Trees knocked over. Snow is just completely gone and melted from this area. The RV still sits there with scratches along its side, windows broken out. No. You're not going in a certain direction, right? You're just trying to lose him. 2 successes in a row will lose him.
How do you feel about a natural?
Hell yeah. With a natural 20, we'll say you lose him now. Forrest and Oswald, you are in the RV. It is still functioning and running. Nobody turned it off. There's nobody else here in the darkness and quiet next to this, I wouldn't say cozy winter fire. As you guys head down the mountainside, are you going to stop and pick up a Colic and Max? They will get on the RV. You guys will hear the sounds of chain guns as the airships with Seekers approach as you guys drive away and down the mountainside. But as it always is, somehow the trip back seems so much faster than the trip there. Within 6 hours, you guys are back amongst the comforting concrete, the neon lights, the holograms. A pair of crows caw as you guys enter into Dusk Banter city limits. Pulling into your parking area, there's plenty of space now that there's not another vehicle. The RV will stop. Thanks for listening, everyone. As usual, our intro music is Bush Week by Nihilord, but we have changed the outro music to Catabasis, also by Nihilord. We hope you had fun listening to the end of the first chapter of our stories. If you can, of course, like, review, 5-star, all that fun jazz. We look forward to seeing you in the next chapter.